So this tutorial is the bovine part of the carpus in the large animal. So here we have a standing limb of the bovine, and we're looking at the carpal area right here to identify those carpal bones. And we'll move in and take a little bit of a closer look at those. So here, just like the horse, we have the distal part of the radius. We're looking at a cranial view here. And then we have the cannon bone here. And we have two rows of carpal bones. We have a proximal row and a distal row. The proximal row has names for the carpal bones, and the distal row has numbers for the carpal bones. So we'll start with this proximal row, which is the same as in the horse. So you have on the medial side, so this is the medial side of the limb here. Medial side is the radial carpal bone. Then in the middle, we have the intermediate carpal bone. And then on the lateral side, I'll turn it just a little bit so we can see that. On the lateral side, we have the ulnar carpal bone and also the accessory carpal bone here on the lateral side, on the caudal side though. So that accessory carpal bone is creating the lateral wall of the carpal canal. So that's accessory carpal bone here, ulnar carpal bone there, and intermediate in the middle here. So then we'll go back to a little bit of a cranial view and do the distal row of carpal bones. So on the distal row, you have numbers. So the bovine is a little bit different in that it has a combined C2 and C3. So this is C2 plus 3 right here. So it's all one bone. So C2 and 3 are combined in the bovine. And then we have C4 over here. And bovines do not have a C1. So you won't have a C1 at all, and you have a combined C2 and 3 and a C4 in the bovine carpus.